The EMS Spectrum by Jashi, Eli, and Gabe. Gamma rays. Gamma rays are the smallest wavelength in the spectrum. This means they are also the most dangerous. They are produced by the hottest and most energetic objects in the universe, such as neutron stars and pulsars. Some things we may find them in today are nuclear explosions, lightning, and radio decay. Nuclear explosions being the most important effect it has had on our society today.
Radio waves have the longest wavelengths in the electromagnetic spectrum. They range from the length of a football to larger than our planet. Heinrich Hertz proved the existence of radio waves in the late 1880s. He used a spark gap attached to an induction coil and a separate spark gap on a receiving antenna. When waves created by the sparks of the coil transmitter were picked up by the receiving antenna, sparks would jump its gap as well. Hertz showed in his experiments that these signals possessed all the properties of electromagnetic waves. Some examples of radio waves are listening to a radio.
Ultraviolet waves are the second smallest wavelengths in the spectrum besides gamma rays. They are not visible to the human eye, but some insects, such as bumblebees, can see them. Similar to how a dog can hear higher frequencies than we can. They are also really dangerous to the human skin and is why we wear sunscreen when we spend long periods of time in the sun.
Visible. Visible light is the only wavelength in the electromagnetic spectrum that is visible to the naked eye. The length of the wave also determines the color that we see. Because color can be changed by wavelength, temperature can be a deciding factor of the color of the object. That's why when things get hot, they turn red, and flames can turn blue when they get hotter. The sun is a natural source for visible light waves, and our eyes see the reflection of the sunlight off the objects around us. The color of an object that we see is the color of light reflected. All other colors are absorbed.
Microwaves. Besides visible light, microwave waves is probably the most recognizable wave to the average person because of its use in the weather radar and the microwaves that we cook our Hot Pockets. Microwaves that penetrate haze, light rain, and snow clouds and smoke are beneficial for satellite communication and studying the Earth from space.
Alright, the X-rays, a form of electromagnetic radiation with very high frequency and energy. X-rays lie between ultraviolet radiation and gamma radiation on the electromagnetic spectrum. X-rays are a form of electromagnetic radiation, as are radio waves, infrared waves, visible light, ultraviolet radiation, and microwaves. One of the most common and beneficial uses of X-ray is for medical imaging. X-rays are also used in treating cancer and exploring the cosmos.
Infrared waves. Infrared radiation is a type of electromagnetic radiation, as are radio waves, ultraviolet radiation, X-rays, and microwaves. Infrared light is a part of the EM spectrum that people encounter most in everyday life. Although much of it goes unnoticed, it is invisible to the human eyes but can feel it as heat. Some examples of radiating infrared waves are burning charcoal, heat from an electric heater, fire for a radio emitting warmth. This is our
We're excited.
We're excited page, and
That's the end.
that's it.